Alright guys, we're going to start out with these Felicia looking braids. I went ahead and washed my hair, and instead of blow drying it, I just braided it and kind of let it air dry. So that's why I'm looking crazy. So I'm just going to brush it out right now before I move on to adding these rubber bands to my hair. I just look so freaking crazy, but it's all going to come together in just a minute. So I'm going to start out by just taking a row of my hair, parting it, and I do a little bit of a slanted part. This just helps so that my braids look a little bit more fuller, and once I'm adding the braids, you can see it just kind of goes well with the slant. So just adding a little bit of rubber bands to my hair, and I'm going to do that all over, and you'll see what it looks like once I'm completely done with that in just a minute. And just the FYI, I promise I wash my hair. I have super dry scalp. I don't know what it is. I do use Head and Shoulders. If you guys have a remedy, please leave it in the comments below. I don't know what to do about my dry scalp. So my hair is clean. I just don't know how to handle the dryness. So I just want to make sure you guys know, don't make your rubber bands too tight. If they were too tight, I literally cut the rubber bands off and redid them. So now I'm just moving on. This is the hair that I'm using. This is Easy Braid hair. I got it from my beauty supply store. It was 28 inches, and I actually really love this hair for box braids. It was super soft. I had a pack of Canacolon hair, and that stuff was a knotted, a hot mess. It was so tangly, but this was really soft. It made braiding super easy, especially if you're a beginner. You want to have some soft hair, something that's manageable. So I just take the hair, and I take a reasonable amount depending on how big you want the braids. I can't tell you how much hair to use, but I wanted my braids to be this size. So I took a reasonable amount of hair, split it in half, and you want to take it and you kind of want to wrap them around each other so that, or two sides that you can turn into 3 different sections. So you can see I have one section that I'm adding to the hair that's already there, and then the 2 other sections that's going to help form that braid. Kind of sounds a little confusing. That's why I'm going to show you guys how I did it with a few different steps. And you just braid that down, and eventually once your hair runs out, you'll just be braiding that weave. But for me, I just kept braiding it right on down and making sure that I kept the braid pattern looking good and clean. You don't want your braid to be looking all funky, so just be patient, twist, braid, and that's pretty much it. One strand over the other strand over the other strand. You're just basically making this braid come to life. Honestly, this took me a few hours. I thought it was going to be super quick, but parting it and making the rubber bands took some time, and then also braiding it took some time. So I'd say this is like a convenient hairstyle. I don't know if it's super quick, but it was definitely convenient, and it definitely made braiding easier. I do know how to braid, so part of me felt like I could have just went ahead and braided my hair myself, but I definitely felt like the rubber band method just made it kind of easier when I was braiding it. And definitely, if you're a beginner, or if you just don't know how to braid and you want to learn how to braid, this is the method for you. Use the rubber bands. It's going to help you understand what a French braid is. So definitely try this out if you're a beginner. So what I like to look at it as, you want 3 strands. You want the strand that's in that rubber band, and then you want 2 extra strands. So if you need to just use that as its own strand, braid it, and then switch over some hair, or pull over a little bit of that hair into another braid, you can do that. Instead of doing that, I just took the hair, made it into 3 different sections, used one section for the hair that I already had out on my head, and just made sure to secure the braid, make sure it was tight, and that's how I did my braid. But if you're a beginner, I promise you, whatever method works for you, it's gonna work. Just try this out. I promise you, braiding is not that hard, guys. This is gonna be a very easy step and way to braid if you don't know how. So I had 3 different strands. One that I use to connect to the rubber band piece of hair, and then the other two I use to secure the braid and turn it into an actual box braid or jumbo braid, whatever you want to call it. This is perfect if you're learning how to do any kind of braids. You could have done some twists with this rubber band method. You could do this box braid method, whatever works for you. This is just a very beginner friendly way of knowing how to braid or learning how to braid. So once I was done with that, I did dip my hair in some hot water. Honestly, because this hair was so straight, I don't even know if the hot water was needed, but I did it anyways and it still ended up looking cute. This is the finished look. I love this pink hair. I love these braids. If you guys like this tutorial, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for more videos. Give this one a thumbs up and comment any other videos or styles you'd like me to do. Thank you guys so much for subscribing already and watching this video. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.